Yesterday, I did my first eBay live show selling Pokemon cards. Here's what I learned. One, people buy Pokemon. I know that sounds ridiculous, but if you have cards, people buy them. So don't be shy. Two, most of this time I've been spending working on collecting bulk cards. So it's interesting. I've went on live on Whatnot before, right? I've sold on Whatnot. And here's what's interesting is it's kind of like when you're selling on live, all you have to do is show your cards, right? You literally just have to show the best cards that you have and people will buy them. Okay. And it kind of sounds like, oh, that sounds too easy. But if you know the good cards, if you know what cards like are like worth money, it sells really easy. And here's the thing with Pokemon, it's like, what are the shiny ones? Sell those ones. Well, what I've learned over the last like few months is when you go on live, you usually sell your best cards. Well, then you have a whole bunch of other cards that are just sitting there. So last night I did $1,000 on eBay Live, and it was my very first one. However, I've been working on building up my collection and selling bulk cards for $2.97. Well, all of a sudden when I go on live, and because I have the bulk sales provide me like 50 bucks a day, 50, sometimes $100 a day. And so that's kind of been like the bread and butter. So whenever I need to buy or I want to buy a new collection, I have the bulk card money to buy. And then a lot of times I scan all the bulk and I have all these bangers that I usually like keep and collect. Well, then whenever you want to go on live, you just go on live. You have a whole bunch of extra. It's kind of like having a little bank account. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes that I was on live yesterday. And yeah, I mean, I pretty much just brought out every single good card that I had, put it in a penny sleeve, put it in a stack, and then ran it. Just showed people, hey, these are the cards that I'm selling, and here's what I have to offer. And so, what do you guys think of this park, huh? Boom! So this is a park called Larky Park. This park is freaking sick. There's these giant freaking trees. Oh, look at that. So cute. So cute. It's so cute. Aw. So cute. So yeah, eBay Live was awesome. Getting signed up for eBay Live. Most of the time I'm using Card Price King to scan my cards and then list my cards on eBay. Getting signed up for eBay Live is this hair though. Getting signed up for eBay Live is a long process. It literally took me like 6 freaking calls with their reps, and one of them follows me. If you're on here, bro, what is up with that process, man? And so yeah, that takes forever. Start it early, right? If you know one day you're going to want to sell on eBay Live and you're already selling bulk, start applying for eBay Live, and then your bulk cards are going to be, here's the thing, when I was on eBay Live, so here's number 3, cross sell your other cards. When I was on live, a lot of people were like, oh, do you have a Cubone? And I'm like, dude, I do. I don't have one in front of me, but I have 12,000 cards on my eBay store that I scanned. Just type in Cubone and then boom, go find a card. And that, like, people started following my store. I told people to go follow me on Facebook. Like that one little you're on live, so you can literally tell people to go do something, tell people to go follow you and purchase other products that you have. And so it's kind of, I feel like it's like more of like, it's a live top of the funnel. You're interacting with people. You're seeing what people are like wanting. eBay versus Whatnot has this little like cha-ching sound every time you get a sale. So I really like that. I know that's superficial, but whenever you get a little cha-ching, it's like, yeah, money. Look, we got a little swim meet over here. That's pimp. That's pretty cool. Yeah, these things Vegas didn't have this stuff, man. Like, I mean, maybe they did, and I didn't get involved with it, but like, it is not. Yeah, it is not like this. You know what I mean? Like, this is totally different. totally different, guys. What is up with this hair though? So yeah, so what did I learn with this? One is eBay Live, just like Whatnot, can sell cards really fast. The best cards, like all your good cards, you're not really necessarily going to have a hard time selling those. And what I learned also, it was crazy. When I was on this, like, because I feel like I scan so much bulk, I actually see what's worth value. So whenever I did my first Whatnots, I almost like had some ridiculous cards. I was like trying to sell energy cards, right? Shout out to Baker Blaster, right? I was trying to sell energy cards because I had no clue what was value, what was like worth it. Like I had zero clue. Well, because I'm scanning freaking cards almost every day with Card Price King, I'm seeing which ones are the valuable ones. So like it's not a mystery anymore. So whenever I jump on those like those lives, like I'm not like a noob, you know? So it kind of helped me. Like I felt like I had more confidence because like I'm not just showing up with bulk, you know what I mean? Like I've already scanned a whole bunch of cards. I know it's worth it. Here's all the best ones, you know? So I feel like, as crazy it is, some people think the Pokemon business is just like, oh, I'm just gonna sell some Pokemon cards. Well, I think at the first bit, like when you're a hobby and you're just getting into it, it's just like, that's what it is. I'm just gonna sell some Pokemon cards. But if you're ever trying to take this, I guess, serious, like I got a family of 5, like my goal is to make this work, you know? Like, dude, I have 2 goals. One, I wanna make it where I am, how to say it, like I'm making enough money from just selling Pokemon cards myself. But 2 is Card Price King is growing like crazy. So like I want to continue to grow that. I want to see all the sellers freaking get like success. I want to see other people get success. Like I want to have conventions one day. Like I want to figure out like how to buy more cards on a regular basis that are maybe not bulk. Bulk is the easy thing to get, right? Everybody has bulk. A lot of times people just throw bulk in for free. So it's not about getting bulk. I don't ever think that you should buy bulk. That's terrible. That's a terrible idea. Because that's like buying stuff. I mean, maybe at the very beginning, but no, you should always buy collections. And then the collections come with bulk, which bulk just means the cards that aren't the bangers and the shiny ones. So, oh, that was a big hill walk. So, yeah, look at this, guys. Beautiful freaking park. Like, and it's like 70 degrees. Vegas was like 108 when I left. It's like 70 degrees here. Crazy, man. So, yeah, my goal is to make the Pokemon business work no matter what. So, there's 2 parts of it. Is the first part is like, well, there's 3 parts. I think is like the first part is like sourcing stuff. So like buying where you're buying your cards. The second is like selling where you selling your cards. The bangers, like your really good cards, dude, sell those on live shows. You know, like those are so much easier to sell like that. However, I showed up yesterday with 170 cards and I sold out in 2 hours. Well, like, so how to say that, like if you show up, I had a guy yesterday, okay, this is just me rambling, so I guess you guys could just listen to all this. I had a guy yesterday that I was asking him like how he does it, and he's like, oh man, I buy a lot of $2 cards because then people will bid in it. And I was just thinking, like, what if it's like they're scared to start at dollar starts because they don't want to go for less, you know, but because they keep buying $2 cards, people don't want to pay more than $2, you know what I mean? So like, if you just show up with a lot of bangers, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but the way to do that is to sell all the bulk on eBay. So use the scanner, sell your bulk when you're not on live through that process, and then your really expensive cards, like your bangers, you know, like your $5, $6, $7, $8 cards. The average card I sold yesterday was $5. right? So it's not like you have to have really expensive cards. But dude, 2 hours, $1,000, bet, man. Like, heck yeah. Like, on top of everything. It's not like that's the only income I ever bring in. Like, that'd be ridiculous. I'm hustling my little butt off, man. If I could sell feet pictures for, dude, I totally would. But have you seen my toes? You probably have, because I've taken photos of them on here. You weirdos. You know you saved that photo to your reel. So yeah, what did I learn? Overall, super great experience, eBay. It was easy. Once I got in the flow of it, boom, I was in the zone. I was having fun. I put on, like, you're not allowed to have music, like royalty music. It has to be royalty free. So I literally busted out Suno, typed in the vibe I was in, which is like some chill EDM. Boom, royalty free music, baby. And I have my own little music on there. Sup? Like, yeah, can't get silenced. I like it. I like it like that. Yeah, but I was having fun, man. People were seeming to like it. I was having fun. Yeah, like, it's definitely fun. So is it next level for people, like, for people just starting from 0 to 1? Yeah, probably. It's probably a little hard and intimidating. And do I recommend starting there? Probably not. I would recommend selling bulk. Starting with Card Price King, sell on there, cross list to eBay, get to 10,000 listings. I know that sounds like a lot, but that gives you where you're making 1,000 to 2,000 extra a month from Pokemon cards. And because here's the difference. I made $1,000 yesterday, but the way the live system works, think about it. I just showed up yesterday, sold all my cards. Well, I have to show up again today to sell more cards. Well, with the scanning, I almost scanned, the other day I scanned 500 cards before I went to bed, right? I just scanned a whole bunch, and then I went night-night. Cut up my wife's butt. And so, so I scanned a whole bunch of cards that day. Well, then the thing is that they continue to sell. It's not like, obviously they don't sell, all 500 cards don't sell that night. However, what does happen is over the next day, month, week, year, those 500 cards are going to sell through that inventory. So it's kind of more delayed gratification versus I made $1,000 in one day. You know what I mean? The $1,000 in one day is super awesome, like freaking legend. However, I still feel like the skill of growing a Pokemon business is selling bulk, because I just sold all my best cards yesterday. Well, what am I going to do now? I have to go buy more cards. So that means I have to reinvest that $1,000 into the business. Like, sometimes you don't always have that option. Sometimes you need, well, what else do I have at my disposal? Okay, well, I have 20,000 freaking bulk cards still, you know what I mean? So I'm not, like, before I go buy more cards, how about I scan the cards I have and get those sold? Because I know that's going to provide an extra $2,000-$3,000 just sitting there over the next month or two. And then it's going to, because I scan all the cards, I mean, you scan 5,000 cards, you're going to, you know, that adds $25 a day almost, you know, to your income. And so it's like a fast one. So, like, I guarantee last night there was so many cards, guys, that literally I started at $1, and then, like, they sold for $1. Dog. That was like a $10 card. And I'm just like, y'all don't know about this card? Like, they didn't know about it. I knew about it because I scanned it. And, you know, but nobody else knew about it. The 16 people on my live didn't know about it. So therefore, because nobody else knew about it, like, somebody got it for $1. So I probably, here's a better way to say it. I probably sold $2,000 worth of cards for $1,000 yesterday. All right. But I did it really fast, boy. hella fast, boy. So the flip side is when I scan bulk, I sell $100 worth of cards for $1,000. Okay, so total different business models, but they do coincide with each other. And I think if you're growing a business, start on bulk, get applied for eBay Live or whatnot, either one. eBay Live, because you could tell people to go buy your shop in your eBay store, and they'll be able to go like buy stuff there. And so that's what I've been doing. That seemed to work, but yesterday was my very first one. So we'll see how this keeps going. So you guys rock. I'll see you guys next time. Love you.